HOSSTILE crew. We're here back at Freedom Gym for our last session with the boys here as they get ready to get out of town. So Fuad actually took off early today. He had to get out of here. Business stuff, you know, being the businessman and the CEO, you got to handle that first things first. But my job as a bodybuilder is to get it done in here. So I got my man Ben with me again. We're gonna hit some shoulders and arms like we talked about. Kind of get in here, get it done quickly, be effective. We're gonna mostly do work up to top sets. There won't be too many intensifiers here. As we've trained my arms, I think we've talked about it on the channel before, but my arms is something that I use a little bit more volume and a little less weight for, just because the joint and the smaller muscle, I found a more benefit from that. So we'll work into that. And other than that, guys, we're just gonna have a regular session like we always do. 3 weeks, almost 3 weeks out here from Pittsburgh Pro. So the look's improving each day that these guys have been here, which is kind of cool, watching my body change. We made some food manipulation on Monday. I've had a few pounds drop, and we made another manipulation today. Keep pushing this conditioning as best as I could possibly be. So just leaning into this like we can and bringing the best physique I can possibly bring. So let's get after it and have some fun and hopefully teach you guys something. Yeah.
Nice pink lighting on him. Nightclub lighting.
Some of this old Body Master with the flat cable.
Yeah, I got a couple of pieces. I got the hamstring. I actually got
that one's good.
I got rid of they had a seated lateral, but I got rid of it for the Mega Mass. They've got the chain driven.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That thing's smooth.
We're actually, I think JJ and I are gonna go over next week to Mega Mass when Brett gets here, and we'll all go over together and check out a few of his pieces.
Yeah.
Doing biceps here. I'm gonna give you guys a little tip on arms in general, but biceps specifically. For me, what's worked the best in growing my arms lately is one, I've gone to more of isolation movements. So as you see here, doing a single arm, focusing in on that, and then also doing a preacher to where I'm focusing solely on the bicep isolation. And then two, stop worrying about load with your arms, guys. Obviously it's fun to look cool and curl 100-pound dumbbells and things like that, but generally your arms aren't strong enough to do that, so you're gonna have to use a lot of auxiliary muscles to get that weight up. Let's take the load back, drop the ego just slightly, and make sure that the muscle, the target muscle, is doing the work that we want to do. So that's something, as my advice, if you want better arms, drop the ego, isolate things, and make sure to really focus in on that contraction. Yeah, St. Louis. Only the third most dangerous city in the United States.
Is it really?
Yeah. It goes like, it's like New Orleans, Baltimore, and St. Louis.
After your show in a few weeks, when he has like a local game, you should come out to one of the little games.
Oh, I'll come. I love that shit, dude.
I like watching little
My
12, 13, 14-year-olds
our high
trying to figure it out.
Our high
fucking
school
juiced, dude. That shit's fucking awesome, bro.
Our high school, they play six-man football, right?
Yeah.
They're two-time state champs the last 2 years running, and they've still got another year together because they were the youngest. It's fun watching those guys play because it's six-man. They got 3 athletes that all run sub-11 second hundreds, and they just they play the state game in the Cowboy Stadium.
Yeah.
And that's a blast watching those guys play.
I lost 5 games in high school football. 3 of them were state championships.
Oh, fuck.
So, same thing is like, dude, for me, like that, like high school football, bro, was one of the funnest times of my life, just because like it was a group of us guys that we were all good from the time we were freshmen. We were all like all state coming up the whole time. And we had so much fun.
Yeah.
We were just a bunch of like the biggest homos ever in the locker room, slapping each other's asses and shit. Like, it was so gay, but it was so fun. Like, and dude, we were purposely shitheads, bro. We would beat teams by like 50.
vascularity, but over there it's like, yeah. See it, right? Yeah. Fuck. Because your arms look smooth when you're actually on the pad.
We're going to a preacher curl here. You can do these with a dumbbell or a fixed bar, but something that we've found as you struggle with connection with your bicep, as someone like me, to make it a little better, to make it a little more constant tension, we're gonna use a cable here. So you can do it, like I said, with the dumbbell or fixed bar, but oftentimes if you don't have good connection with your bicep at the top, you're gonna kind of lose connection. And that's where the cable comes in and makes it that much better. So we can have constant tension on the cable pulling the whole time, and that way at the top, we're still getting the same amount as on the bottom. And this is gonna help with connectivity, making sure that you're getting a full contraction all the way through the movement, and that's gonna help those biceps grow. So,
let's get it.
Cables are your best friend. I was always like, fuck arms. And then the judges were like, your arms are shit. And I was like, yeah, okay.
Good, we're gonna get one more, we're gonna get one more. Come on then. Every part of it, let's go. Right here, right here. Squeeze that fucking thing, let's go. Good shit.
Woo.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so your fucking humeruses are the same length as my femurs. All right, guys, so on to triceps. We already hit those biceps up. Now we're gonna go into some triceps. I'm gonna show you guys some new movements you probably haven't seen before, and we're just gonna use one tool to kind of do the whole exercise itself. So first exercise here, we're gonna do what's called a cable skull crusher, if you will, and we're gonna use daisy chains. You can get these on Amazon. They're like 10 bucks for a pair of 2 of them. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna use both of these as make the cable fit our body. So the main thing here is we're gonna let our elbows track in a path that feels comfortable for us. We're gonna get as much range of motion as we can of getting our wrist back as far as we can and getting as much flexion in our elbow as we can. And then we're just contracting through the cable. This is gonna keep constant tension on the triceps, and it's also gonna make it so that we can, like I said, keep the elbow in a position that's very comfortable. Number 2 movement we're gonna be doing is a single arm tricep extension, in which we're using the daisy chain just to fit our body a little better. So we're reaching across our body here and extending through. 2 things here. This is one, isolating the tricep again, like we talked about earlier, of if you wanna grow your arms, a way to do it is to isolate things. But 2, by keeping the elbow high and contracting all the way through, what we're really doing is focusing on this outer head of the tricep. So you have 3 heads in your tricep. The 2 back heads, these big heads in the back, generally get worked from whatever tricep movement you're doing, but this outer head oftentimes gets neglected. So we're really focusing on that in this single arm movement here by keeping that elbow high and extending all the way through. Like I said, tricep movements, get yourself a daisy chain and you can do both of these for yourself.
Like a strongman event. Good shit. Easy, man. Beautiful, baby. Beautiful. my sat nav was set to the airport. So I get home and start driving. Opposite fucking way and shit. Good, man.
All right, guys, so getting into these lateral raises here, kind of just want to talk about structuring the program, right? So we're doing these lateral raises last here because that's my best body part. So this workout is structured for me. And as we got in here, I told you guys we're doing shoulders and arms. We're putting the arms at the beginning because that's the weaker part of the body parts out of these two. And we put my biceps at the beginning because that's the weakest of my biceps and my triceps. So just trying to put priority on what's the smallest, what needs the most work, and what needs the most energy. So we got into the things that needed the most work, needed the most effort put into them in the beginning when my energy is the highest. And then here now we're finishing things off with these lateral raises. My delts are probably my best body part besides my quads. We're just doing the touching work here, final touches, finishing things off here. And as you see in these lateral raise movements that we're doing, the weight's not too crazy, the tempo's not too crazy. We're not doing crazy drop sets and stuff here. We're just keeping good mechanical tension on the muscle, getting good solid contractions, and making sure to shuttle nutrients in there, guys. It's about breaking the muscle down and getting the nutrients in there to repair the muscle for it to grow. However you do that, that's on you and your style. But as you've seen here today, I take a little bit more volume approach on my shoulders and arms than I do, say, my legs. But that's what's worked for me. So getting into these, we're gonna finish things off with some lateral raises, go eat and get the heck out of here.
God, where he's hammered that rib, that's so restricted and tight on a...
Feels weird, it's actually working how it's supposed to. It's how my back felt yesterday, dude. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, no, it feels tight, like, because it's inflamed, so it's like tugging.
Yeah, yeah.
In him. There you go. Well, now let's work. Yep. Again, come on. Get him, get him, get him. There you go.
It's like I'm type A in one thing and type C in other things. Good, Ben. Yeah, one more. Yeah. Good. Good.
Fuck, that's heavy, mate. Strong, man. Good. Yup. And again, come on. Keep that tension out. Keep it wide. Let's go. Good, man. Come on. Okay, I'll get you there. Come on.
One more.
Yep. Get it, get it, get it. Come on. What the fuck's in that shoulder?
Good. 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 Good.
Fuck.
Hell yeah.
My fingers, tips are hanging on at the end.
this on your belt. If that part's colored up.
Don't need to do that.
That's fun as fuck.
It's hard because the loop broadening the belt. So it's fuck.
Good shit.
Yeah, to after hunting the tech.
National anthem came on. Me and my boy Derek, we headbutted each other, and we always did the, you know, in Finding Nemo, when the guy to the turtle to his son goes, Finn, noggin.
Yeah.
We would do that, dude, and we would headbutt each other like as hard as we possibly could. And it was like, from that second on, it's time to fucking kill people.
Yeah.
And like, dude, I would come off the field after the games, and like my parents would know, like, his eyes change when it's time you can talk to him. Because I would literally go to like psychotic murderer. They're like, I think Marty could be a serial killer when he goes in that mode. Good, man. Good. Yep. Good. Beautiful.
Fuck.
All right, Hostile crew, there you have it. Shoulders and arms with the Martian and my man Ben. Hope you guys could take something away, some tips and tricks today. Like I said, this is completely based on what my needs are, but you can kind of take the tips and tricks from here and orient it to you, program it for yourself, and make it fit you best. Ben, finish this off here, wrap it up for us, my man.
Yeah, it's been a good week down here in Houston with Martin. Obviously, he's like 3.5, now 3 weeks out. But this is the fun part, like, for me to see, like, his physique has changed actually daily since we've been here. So it's kind of easy to say, oh, the physique changed every day. But when you're at this level with this amount of muscle mass, you really see the changes when this close out really happen on very, very fast. So the difference between his physique from when I got down here and like Tuesday when we came legs
Monday,
to now, it's like drastically different. It's a lot of fun. Oh yeah, I've got him Monday. It's a lot of fun to see, and he was way drier today, even than yesterday. There's a big difference. He had tissue work the day before and a rest day, and then leading into today. It's a lot of fun when you have this much muscle. And you're as dialed in as he is, and everything's on point. The body just clicks and it works, and it's a lot of fun. So excited to see how he looks in 3 weeks. We're obviously going to all be there to support and see him do his thing. And I think we're about to see the best Martian ever. So it's always fun. I've had the pleasure of training with Martin now across the last 4 years or so.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
Yeah. So and many more to come, I'm sure. So it's just cool to see his progression through the ranks, and the sky's the limit for this guy. He's got his head screwed on, and like I said, he's living the dream, and can't ask for better than that. So
yeah.
No,
like you said, man, you guys, this is the fun part. This is what we dream about doing, and honestly, this is my dream as I've been a little kid. This is something I've prayed every day that I get to do, and I'm very thankful to get to do it. So if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't get to do it, so thank you. Like, subscribe, do all that fun YouTube stuff, and until next time, Hostile crew, peace.